Hey guys, today in this review I am going to compare these two similar looking devices from Samsung. On my right hand I have the highly popular Galaxy Grand 2 costing around 21,000 rupees, and on my left hand I have just launched Galaxy Grand Neo with around 17,500 rupees price tag. Both of these smartphones here share the same CPU speed, that is 1.2 GHz quad core, but there are lots of dissimilarities starting from the display. The display on the Grand 2 is 5.25 inches HD, whereas Grand Neo sports a 5 inches WVG resolution display resulting in around 187 ppi, which is very low actually, and the bezel of Grand Neo is wider than Grand 2, making this around 1.8mm wider and 0.7mm thicker than Grand 2, though the display is much smaller. So Grand 2 has got the aesthetics of premium devices like Note 3, S4, etc., and Grand Neo has got the look and build of entry-level devices. If you look closely, you can easily notice this design and build discrimination, and though these devices look almost similar from the front and from the sides, the back is completely different. Though Grand 2 is a mid-range device, surprisingly it has the same back cover as the Galaxy Note 3, that is the fake leather-like texture and also the stitching, whereas Grand Neo has got a matte finished back cover which is very cheap looking and also feels kind of slippery. The worst part is the back cover of this Neo is not that much firmly attached to the phone, which is I think for the first time I am seeing on a Samsung phone. Though this is 3,500 rupees cheaper than this Galaxy Grand 2, I can't really take this type of build on an 18 or 17,000 rupees phone. In the display department, there is also a huge difference in the color and the pixel density. This Grand 2 has got 280 ppi, which is just perfect for a huge display like this, and 187 ppi is not that bad though, but if you look from a very shorter distance, then you can easily notice the pixels. When you are spending around 18,000 rupees, you should actually expect a QHD display on this 5-inch screen. Grand Neo's display looks slightly pale if you compare it with the Galaxy Grand 2 side by side, but you should not be that much worried in this respect because Samsung displays are always very colorful. Neo's display is slightly less saturated, that's it. The icons on the Neo are also slightly larger than that of Grand 2 because of the lower PPI. Now regarding the smoothness of the interface, surprisingly Galaxy Grand Neo excels Galaxy Grand 2. The reason behind this is the processor on the Grand Neo has to handle a lower resolution display. Now let's compare the CPU, GPU, RAM on both of these smartphones and talk about their qualities. Though both of these smartphones sports 1.2 GHz quad-core processors, Grand 2 has got a premium Qualcomm Snapdragon 400 chipset and Adreno 305 GPU, whereas Grand Neo features a comparatively low-cost Broadcom 23550 chipset and a Video-Core 4 HW GPU. The Android version is old 4.2.2, whereas Grand 2 has got almost the latest 4.3. The RAM is 1.5 gig on the Grand 2, and on the Grand Neo you are getting 1 gig of RAM, which is also not bad. Unfortunately, Grand 2 has got 8 gig of storage just like this Galaxy Grand Neo. Regarding the battery backup, both of these phones are almost same. You will get around 1.5 to 2 days, though Grand 2 sometimes give somewhat better result than this Grand Neo here. So there are lots of dissimilarities in between these two smartphones regarding the hardware specs. To give you a better idea, let's compare their benchmark results, and on this Antutu 4, as you can see, Grand 2 has got a considerably better result, especially in the GPU department. The 3D graphics result of Grand 2 is much better than that of Grand Neo. Grand 2 excels Grand Neo in other departments as well. On this quadrant standard benchmark, Grand 2 has got 8420, whereas Grand Neo has got poor 3948. So the extra 4,000 rupees you are paying for Grand 2 is quite reasonable. If you can spend this amount of money, then definitely go for this Grand 2. Both of these large display phones feature the one-handed operation of Samsung Galaxy series phones, but Galaxy Grand 2 has got the awesome one-handed screen feature directly borrowed from Galaxy Note 3. As you know, you have to just swipe the screen like this way, and you can shrink the whole display into this smaller window with all the hardware keys including the volume rocker, home, back and the menu key. On Grand 2, you can take screenshot just by swiping your hand over the screen, and these type of features are not supported on the Galaxy Grand Neo. These two smartphones here share some common features like the smart stay, hands-free mode, blocking mode, power saving mode and the multi-window mode, but the multi-window version on the Galaxy Grand Neo is basically the older one. Grand 2 features the latest version you get on the Galaxy Note 3. The TouchWiz version on the Neo is also the older one. So in the software department also, Grand Neo is inferior to Galaxy Grand 2. Grand Neo also lacks few other premium features like this adapt sound. This feature enables this phone to check your hearing capability and optimize the quality of the earphones and the earpiece. Here on this music player, you will find the latest version of Sound Alive equalizer system on the Grand 2, whereas Grand Neo is still stuck with the old Sound Alive. The keyboard of Grand 2 supports very useful handwriting mode as well. Next, the camera of Grand 2 is also much better than that of Grand Neo. You are getting lots of shooting modes and this beauty face is a very premium feature which basically airbrushes faces and make them look professional. Neo is also lacking best face and the continuous shot modes. The picture quality is also not as good as Grand 2 and the video capability is up to 720p. On the front camera, you can take only VGA quality videos on the Galaxy Grand Neo. As you know, Grand 2 can take full HD videos from the rear camera and HD videos from the front camera. You are also getting this anti-shake mode on this smartphone. Well, surely Grand 2 is a much better device than this Grand Neo. So I suggest you to just spend 3500 rupees more and get this Grand 2. If the price of Neo comes down to 14,000 rupees just like the Grand Quattro, then only I can consider this Neo as a value for money device. One thing I should mention here, this Grand Neo is somewhat better than Grand Duos, so if you are in a dilemma in between the Grand Duos and this Grand Neo, go for this device. Neo is also better than Grand Quattro. Well, that's all in this review guys. I hope that you have found it very useful. You can check the description below and find the links of full in-depth reviews on both of these smartphones. Don't forget to subscribe as well. You can also check my new channel called Gadgets Portal Play where I show Android and Windows Phone games and applications. Well, thanks for watching. Keep in touch.